you. I'm looking forward to our game.
Hey everyone, Lightful here, and I'm here to discuss my thoughts on Wolverine Wave's companion story, Camellya. Keep in mind this will be the deep dive on discussing Camellya's story that could include spoiler content if you haven't followed the story yourself. And if you like these kind of videos of myself discussing story lore from Moving Waves, then please subscribe to my channel for more. This is one of the first videos that I have done so far, and I will be happy to share more of my thoughts and my experience with every story lore and content from this game. I also livestream Wolverine Waves on my channel here on YouTube. Catch it on Wednesdays whenever I livestream as well. Other games I play is Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, a few games to name a few. Without further ado, let's discuss on Camellya and my thoughts on the story so far.
I only remember waking up in a cave. My mind completely blank. Drifted aimlessly for years until I stumbled upon the Black Shores.
During my playthrough for Camellya's story, I had stuff that left me questions, but gave me a whole new perspective of Camellya. For starters, I know, and many know, that if you have seen her appearance from the very first run of the game,
Really bear the most beautiful fruit imaginable. No need to be so on edge. I won't do anything strange to you.
It's already strange in this position! She would be a character I wouldn't consider have on my team. Now, nothing to disrespect or anything. I know Camellya is probably broken as heck, and I bet she is. But what kept me intrigued is learning more of who she was, and so much more with Rover's case. So Rover is literally have been known as the leader of Black Shores, also have been given that reconciled with Shorekeeper during our time with the story. Now Camellya is known as finding promising seeds. Seeds that she sees them powerful as her. And with those seeds, something to keep herself entertained and enjoying the battle of this power. But what really truly captivated me of her story is during the time we get to see a beginning of her when she haven't had a forte yet, but was forming one by the time she encountered the Black Shores and met the leader of the Black Shores. It was interesting because we get to learn more about these alternate timelines that we ended up going through for Camellya. And during those times, all of these timelines remained the same. Camellya was always after Rover, our protagonist. And no matter which way it ended up, it could either ended up of her overclocking or wanting to be with him, but still overclocking with her symptoms. And that has been sort of how I have seen it throughout the storyline. In this case, we need to understand more of what happened with Camellya during her time in her past. Since Camellya did mention she doesn't remember where she was. She doesn't remember who she was back then, only that she guides herself with instinct. And just remembering her name was Camellya. Rover got to go and explore to different timelines of her, from when she was the most calm to the most sane, to even during these moments where she went completely insane that she could have overclocked and died. What's more to this is that Camellya in the end got to learn why her memories were erased. All because she wanted to be who she wanted to be with, which was Rover, our main character. But the biggest question that we don't know, our main character chose to have their memory wiped. Now, it was never explained why Rover's memories were wiped, or why he chose to have his memories wiped. The only thing I believe is maybe since he was immortal this whole time, he chose because of trauma, maybe harsh experiences, maybe a lot of weight to bear or something. I guess Rover just wanted to have a new fresh start, and that's probably my theory, but we don't really know. And I don't really know at least. And only this, Camellya wanted to know why he had to do it. Or what was the reason our main character chose to have their memory wiped. But that was not yet even explained in her story. A reason why Camellya decided to have her memories wiped as well. And yet, we do not even know much of where Camellya originated, other than living in Petalfall Village. I think the story was more interesting than the Shorekeeper. Now, I have to admit, I say Shorekeeper's story had more depth in the hidden message. The Camellya story really showed more about there's a mystery to why she had get her memories blanked because of overclocking or desperate to find the leader, knowing that she could never find him. But learning about the main character's memory being wiped and hearing that his memories being wiped was more of a good reason of wondering why was that reason and how. I say this is the kind of story that if you really want to see what happened between what was like in her normal self back at that time to experiencing all different scenarios, this was that kind of story. It's nice to know more of what really became of Camellya and the way she became who she is, but she really enjoys finding worthy opponents, strong people that she could go and enjoy their power as much as she can, but she will know that her seat of fate relies on the main character, which is our Rover. And Camellya ended up being the character who just had this fondness over the main character. I don't know. I don't know if I call it obsession, but I give her a bit of dedication. But I think it's really interesting how I get to experience her story between in and out, knowing what was she like before and now how she is like now. It lets us know that she never had an issue until later on, why she no longer associates herself as Lady Flora, but being called Camellya. I believe this story is starting to give us a little bit of hints to, okay, this is our main character. He has done this. He's done this. But you don't know why this. But here's Camellya, and this is what she's been through, and you're here to experience it. How much pain and how much suffering she had to endure, especially looking for someone that she was fond the most. I say this was kind of an interesting story. I want to say I really was more captivated that we got to experience a little bit more of what happened with Camellya, what happened back then when she was with Petalfall Village. Why did she do what she had to do now? There's so much to find out, and there's also little information that we wish we had more answers of. And I think that's what the game, what Wuthering Waves is planning. They want us to have a little information of it as possible and get ready for the big story of it. So I hope everyone had enjoyed their experience. I have. I put a little bit more respect for Camellya and what she had done. I know she also did it for herself, even though it could have caused a lot of catastrophes with her along with it. Anyways, this is Lightful Wings. Be delightful, stay delightful, and see you on the next journey. We talk more about Wolverine Waves.